These tips and these hacks are what shortened my period, no lie. My period was 5 days long and now it's only 3 days.
Yeah, they call me that girl, and when they call me that girl, it's a fact, girl. Oh, you didn't know? Don't try to act, girl. You know you see me coming. Just
Hey loves, it's your girl Chia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you guys who are new, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for supporting me and rocking with me. It means so much. Today's video, I wanted to do a video all about periods, that time of the month, you know, your cycle. I did a video on how to smell good down there, and that video is really popular. And one of the comments that I seen the most throughout that video was like, thank you, I don't have a mother or I don't have a female figure who can be there to talk to me about these things. And even some of y'all were like, me and my mom are just not on that type of level where I feel comfortable talking to her. So I was really grateful for you to make that video, and honestly that just warms my heart. So I'm so happy to be here for you guys and to continue to make videos like that, because sis, being a woman ain't easy, okay? And at the end of the day, what's great about the internet and social media is that you can spread information, you can share information, and you can help others. So let's go ahead and get started onto this video. This may be redundant, but we're just gonna go over really quickly what a period is. Basically, you have a uterus, okay? And every month, your uterus releases an egg from your fallopian tubes. I wish I had a diagram, you know, that would be a lot, you know, better, but I don't have one. So basically every month, one egg is released from the ovaries and travels down the fallopian tube. So as it's traveling down the fallopian tube, it's coming down to see if there is a sperm down there to fertilize the egg, then boom, you're having a baby. But if it's not there to fertilize the egg, then basically the lining of your uterus thickens and then it begins to shed. Basically you're shedding your uterus, which causes you to bleed. So you're pretty much getting punished for not being pregnant. Growing up, you always hear, oh, periods are a gift. Oh, you're about to get your period. It's the biggest gift. It's such a blessing. But you know, like, it comes with a lot of side effects, sis. Like, it doesn't feel that great, you know? Like, when you finally get your period, it's like, dang, this is what everybody was talking about. It's such a blessing and a gift. It is a gift in the way that you can bring life into the world, but it comes with so many freaking side effects. Like, nobody has time for all of that. Like, you'll get cramps. You'll be bloated, you'll be super irritated, you'll be emotional, hormonal, cravings, like acne, like so many symptoms that come along with getting your period. It's not even enough that you're just, you know, shedding blood for 5 days straight, but it also comes with a gang of other things that are so annoying. The age for women to get their period really varies. Some women can start as early as 9 years old, whereas some women can literally start when they're like 18 years old. So it just depends on your body. There's nothing wrong with you if you started super early, and there's nothing wrong with you if you started super late. But do keep in mind, once you get your period, you can get pregnant. So like 2-3 days before your period, you'll have like a thicker discharge in your underwear. It'll be kind of like thick and creamy, milky color. Don't freak out or anything. It's completely normal, and you usually have it a few days before your period, and then some people have it a few days after. Some women have very thick blood, some may have light blood. It just depends on your period and like your flow. If you have a light flow, a regular flow, or a heavy flow. If you have a heavy flow, you'll see like chunks usually within your period somewhere throughout there. So basically, I just want to go ahead and start off with what you can wear. If you're a beginner, I definitely recommend that you wear pads. I started off with pads. I don't think I even started wearing tampons until like my freshman year of college, which is like, yeah, it's crazy that I wore pads for so long. But pads are better if you're a beginner, just because they're more comfortable. You don't have to insert anything into your vagina. And when it comes to wearing tampons, don't be afraid, ladies. At first I was scared shitless, but now that I wear them, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. And honestly, it is a million times more comfortable than wearing a pad. It'll take a couple of times. You'll probably go through a couple of tampons before you get it right. But my best tip for putting a tampon on is to relax, okay? Don't get tight and tense, because that was my problem. I used to get tight and tense because, you know, I was a virgin, and I also was just like, I don't want anything in there, you know? Like, it just felt weird to me. But just relax and just slide it in there, and that's the best I can say. To be mindful of changing your tampons. So what I personally do is I will wear tampons during the day, and at nighttime I will change to a pad, and that is because I do not want to get toxic shock syndrome, okay? You can get toxic shock syndrome if you wear a tampon for too long, and that's anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, and it's a very rare condition, but if you do get it, I heard it's very life-threatening. It's crazy, like you'll be foaming at the mouth. It's really crazy. So if you you wear tampons, just make sure that you're changing them within an appropriate time. Me personally, I think I change mine like every 3 to 4 hours. I want to tell you guys how I was able to shorten my period, y'all. These tips and these hacks are what shortened my period, no lie. So basically my flow was heavy for the first 2 days, but now that I've, implemented all these techniques, my flow is only heavy for the first day of my period. So switching from regular tampons, regular pads, to cotton tampons and cotton pads. The brand that I like to wear is organic cotton tampons. What makes the cotton tampons different than the regular tampons is that these tampons are organic. Tampons have absolutely no chemicals, no bleaching, no chlorine, no synthetic fibers. It's all natural. They don't come in a super plus version. They only have regular and super. And I will say on my first day, my first and sometimes my second, I have to change them more often because I do bleed through, which is a little annoying, but I will say the benefits outweigh the bad. I believe that these tampons truly, and I'm not even gonna lie, my period, when I first had my period, was 5 days long. I had the most heaviest period for the first 2 days, super heavy, and then like the rest of the days would be regular. Cramps, crazy, out of this world. Like I could be like on bed rest just because of cramps. After I switched to these tampons, I think I've been wearing them for like a year now, in just a year's time, and I've heard so many testimonies from other women saying like 3 to 6 months it has shortened their period. Do y'all want to know? My period was 5 days long and now it's only 3 days. Only 3 days. My first day is heavy, my second day is normal, and then basically like it's nothing the last couple of days. Like I can wear a panty liner. It's crazy. Like my last 2 days where I would normally have a period, I just wear a panty liner and I don't even bleed. It's 2020, sis. It's time to be more cautious of what you're putting into your body. What you're putting into your body can affect you tremendously in ways that you don't even know. One thing I've noticed from switching to these tampons, oh, let me show you the pads too. So these are the pads and they are also from the same brand. They're completely cotton and organic and they have no nonsense in them. And you don't even necessarily need the brand that I have. Sometimes I'll switch between that brand and then this other one, but as long as it's just a cotton organic tampon, cotton organic pad. I think they're about the same price as the regular tampons and the regular pads. And if not, they're probably like $1 or $2 more, and I think it's so worth it, ladies. Like, I have less cramping. My period is not heavy. My period is still heavy on the first day, but it's not that heavy throughout my period, and I only have a 3-day period now. Like, dude, so worth it. So worth it. I mentioned cramping. I want to go ahead and tell you guys painkillers that worked for me with dealing with cramps, because y'all, baby, my cramps used to be so bad. You ever had a cramp so bad that shit just catch you and you just, oh, don't talk to me. You ever had a cramp that bad that it just stops you dead in your tracks? Because at the end of the day, we're women, we have our periods, and we are expected to go about like nothing is going on. Do you realize how crazy that is? Can y'all name anything that bleeds for 5 days and lives? Do y'all know how powerful women are? That we are going through periods, cramps, hormones, so many different symptoms that come along with periods, and we're expected to just walk around like ain't nothing going on. It's crazy. And for my girls who don't get cramps, how does it feel to be Jesus's favorite? So my cramps used to be so bad, y'all. On my first day, I was like out for the count. Like sometimes I would have to stay home from school. Sometimes I had to go to the doctor, and they would prescribe me really strong ibuprofen, and it never helped. I'm not even lying to y'all. It never helped. I've probably tried every single painkiller on the market. The only painkiller that helped alleviate my cramps, like, and I'm not gonna say I don't still cramp. I still have very intense cramps, but this honestly alleviates my cramps. And I have put these pills onto all my peoples who be having strong cramps, and they all can testify that it's the only thing that works. I mean, it's ibuprofen at the end of the day, but I don't know. It's something about these liquid gel capsule ibuprofen that just, y'all, if this is what I do. And let me tell y'all another tip that you can use. And probably the day before I know my period is coming, I'll just take the regular dosage. These are 200 milligram ibuprofen, and on my first day I take 4 of them. I only do 2 doses, so in a total I take 8 in one day. Okay, you should definitely try these. Another thing that has truly helped alleviate my cramps when they're really bad and I feel like I just can't get out of bed, or I feel like I'm just gonna die, or I feel like why is somebody tap dancing on my uterus with 100-pound weights, is I don't even know what this is called. this is a water heater, a water pad thing. I don't know what this is called, y'all. I'm definitely gonna have to Google it. I used to have really bad cramps and I would use a heating pad, but I always felt like the heating pad never got hot enough. I always felt like it just wasn't alleviating that pain down there. So my grandmother is the one who actually told me to use this. She gave this to me and she was like, fill it up with hot water, boil your water on the stove, and what I do is I'll just take like a thin blanket and I'll put it over my my legs just so I don't burn my skin or anything, and I'll put this on top, and y'all, it instantly makes me feel so much better. If you have really bad cramps, I definitely recommend getting this because it's more of an instant pain reliever. The thing that has truly helped alleviate my cramps was when I switched from being a heavy meat eater to not eating any meat at all. Guys, if you don't know, I've mentioned this on my channel. If you watch my old videos, maybe you're new and don't know, at one point in my life I was a vegetarian for 2 years, and when I tell you guys, in that 2 years my cramps declined rapidly, and I hadn't even switched to the cotton tampons and cotton pads, but my cramps were literally gone. Okay, and that was from not eating meat. I don't know what the scientific reasoning behind that is, but what I do know is from personal experience, not eating meat really, just like, I did not have super bad cramps like I used to. I do believe that working out can reduce your cramps, but me personally, if I'm cramping like on my first day, I'm not going to the gym because it hurts that bad where I just want to be in my bed or I just don't want to be bothered at all. What does help is when I work out like a week before my period, and a week consistently. If I put in like 5 good days in the gym a week before my period, my level of pain like decreases rapidly. Wear like some of your old underwear during your period. Don't wear like your new panties or anything like that because you can stain them and you can mess up some really nice underwear and you'll be sad. But if you do make the mistake of staining some really nice underwear, all you have to do is get your underwear, run it under some water, take a little bit of soap and just kind of like wipe it. That way the stain won't sit and settle, because sometimes you can have underwear that you put in the wash that will not get clean no matter how many times you wash them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this video very helpful. I do hope that you'll try some of the things that I stated in this video, and I hope that they help you out and make your period a lot better. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a blessed day.